Right now it is 6:39 and there's a lot happening this weekend, especially getting ready for Easter. And thankfully, for once, great weather for it all.
I know, the first time in like 8 weeks that we're going to have a completely dry weekend here in central Georgia. Not only that, it's going to be warming up as well. Just going to feel great outside. I think for probably the second time this year, we're going to get into the 80s in central Georgia. Live look over downtown right now. You can see first light in the sky. We're about an hour away from sunrise, or just under an hour now. 52, the current number in Macon. Later on today, we're going to warm into the 70s, but not quite as warm as we got yesterday. It's 53 in Byron right now, 53 in Fort Valley, something similar in Warner Robinson and Perry, 55 Cochran, Hawkinsville, 54 in Jeffersonville this morning, 55 over in Dublin. We are hanging on to the 60s down in Vidalia, 61 the temperature there, 40s up to the north, 49 now in Jasper County. The radar picture relatively quiet for us. Some showers still down along the coast this morning, Savannah, Hinesville, down into the Brunswick area, looking at that. Otherwise, dry for the most part across central Georgia. And we zoom out and look at what's going on across the southeast. The stationary front down along the coast is going to pick up some steam, move away. High pressure up to the north going to build in, and that's going to make for a quiet the weekend across central Georgia, into the weekend. So here's future view through the afternoon. Temperatures into the low to mid 60s or so by the noon hour. Later this afternoon, I'm watching Lawrence, Johnson, Treutlen, Wheeler, Montgomery counties for the potential for a shower or two. You saw it there. If you do happen to catch a shower, it will be very short-lived. Otherwise, temperatures for the high today going to be near that 70-degree mark. Get into the night tonight, back down into the 40s. So a couple degrees colder than this morning, maybe even 10 degrees colder. And that's going to give way to low 70s again for tomorrow afternoon. Then changes really begin on Saturday. Looking at some clouds building in for Saturday morning, and then temperatures for Saturday afternoon able to get into the mid to upper 70s once again. Going to be a warm day, and we are not stopping there. For Easter Sunday, we have the possibility of breaking into the 80s. In fact, I'd call it the likelihood, especially later into the afternoon. Starting off cool, we're going to say low 50s. So if you're going to any of the sunrise services across central Georgia, probably going to want a light jacket, but you are not going to need it by the afternoon. Average high for Easter is about 74. I'm expecting to make it to around 81. So there are the clouds building in for Easter itself. We're going to see those stick around for Monday now. That's the first day of April there. On into Tuesday, here comes our next system. That's going to be a cold front moving in from the northwest. That cold front's going to bring showers in central Georgia by the time we get to Tuesday night and to Wednesday morning. Going to bring rain we don't necessarily need, rounding out March this week with 7.74 inches in the bucket over at Middle Georgia Regional Airport. That is almost 4 inches above average, more than double what we see in a normal March. So a very wet month with 12 days of rainfall. As for today, though, out there at the bus stop, 50 degrees, a cool start heading home from work and school, looking for a temperature around 70 on our way to a high around 71. Some showers south and east, breezy conditions, winds out of the north-northwest at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Then for tonight, a bit colder than this morning. Clear skies with an overnight low near 40. Sunset at 7:52, getting closer to 8 o'clock. Here's your 7-day forecast. Again, the clouds moving out, clearing the skies, 70s, and then giving way to 80s, 81 or so for Sunday. And we're going to keep the 80s going into the first day of April on Monday, April Fool's Day. That forecast, no joke, a 30% chance rain in the picture by Tuesday night.